Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
4 days after Donald Trump won his bid for the White House, people continue to take to the streets in protest. Good evening and thanks for watching. The president-elect remains focused on his transition and appears to be changing some of his positions from the campaign. NBC's Chris Ballone has the latest.
Protesters are back in the streets. In New York, thousands marched to Trump Tower in Midtown for the fourth straight day. They say they're trying to send a message to President-elect Donald Trump.
We're coming out together to say that America has a stronger voice against the racism, the sexism, the Islamophobia, the anti-immigrant mentality that Donald Trump's campaign lifted itself on.
Since Trump claimed the presidency early Wednesday morning, thousands have turned out to protest in cities across the country: Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, Portland, Los Angeles, and New York. Hundreds have been arrested, and one protester was shot in Oregon Friday, though most of the protests have been peaceful.
I came out in hopes that the country will unify for peace, but most importantly for women, for my daughter.
Inside Trump Tower, the president-elect continues to put together his transition team and the framework for his administration.
And now it's a matter of who is loyal to Mr. Trump, who he feels is able to do that job.
Trump appears willing to adjust some of his campaign promises. In an interview airing Sunday night, he told 60 Minutes there are parts of Obamacare he'd like to keep intact.
Are you going to make sure that people with preconditions are still covered?
Yes, because it happens to be one of the strongest assets.
You're going to keep that?
Also, with the children living with their parents for an extended period,
you're going to keep
very
that?
much try and keep that.
A shift, perhaps, from trying to win votes to trying to win the support of a divided nation. Chris Pallone, NBC News, New York.
Ballots are still being counted in several states. Hillary Clinton, who lost the election in the Electoral College, has led the lead in the popular vote of more than 500,000 votes and growing, which likely contributes to the unrest around the nation. Just yesterday in the Valley, protesters gathered in Fargo and at Concordia College to protest what they call the hatefulness that came from this election, hoping to spread love and unity. President-elect Trump sent out a tweet saying, in part, he loves the fact protesters have a passion for our great country. The North Dakota Human Rights Coalition hosted their 7th annual Human Rights Summit. The event was created to inspire us to move towards action and make North Dakota a better place for human rights. From refugee rights, pay equality, and LGBT anti-discrimination, a lot of topics were covered, including the results of the presidential election.
I think there are real fear on the parts of many people that their lives are at stake, and we don't want that to happen.
It seems like racism is becoming more prevalent, seemingly more bolstered with this election, and so that's another issue that we really want to cover.
If you'd like more information regarding the North Dakota Human Rights Coalition, look for this story on valleynewslive.com. Another reminder tonight for people who like to buy and sell items online. Fargo police went to a call today after a woman met up with a man for an online to in-person exchange when she said he snatched her phone and ran. Fargo police say people should use their internet purchase location to make sure they don't end up in a bad situation.
Online, you never really know. They may say their name or where they're from and give you information, but there's no reason or no way to tell if that's really the truth or that's truly who they are, where they're coming from, and what their intentions are.
Several police departments across the valley have these internet purchasing locations set up, and if they don't, you can still plan to meet at a police or sheriff's department for your own safety. The holiday season is upon us, and many people are looking for some extra cash, so we went to West Acres to see who's hiring, and turns out almost all the stores are looking for holiday help. Valley News Team's Natalie Parsons shows us how you can go about snagging one of these jobs.
The halls of West Acres are decked with red and green, and there are sales on almost every corner. Hannah Machenbacher is 14 years old, but she's already thinking about getting a job, especially for the holiday season.
Yeah, discounts, and then I can get like stuff cheaper, and that's easier that way.
Many stores are looking to hire, whether it's making food, helping people get clothed in runway fashion, or blinged out in accessories galore. With more and more people shopping during the busiest time of the year, those hiring want you.
Guest experience is definitely the most important aspect of the job. You just have to be good with creating conversation.
If you're looking strictly for a holiday season or temporary job, most are flexible, but some may be looking to fill specific time slots.
Definitely weekends, also evenings and some day shifts as well.
Francesca's is one of the stores in the mall that offers employee discounts and competitive wages. And those who are currently working there say to choose a store you have an interest in, because once you start, you'll probably never want to leave.
The store, the company, the atmosphere, like we have fun at our job.
Which could help turn a seasonal gig into a year-round position. Natalie Parsons, Valley News Live.
We have a list of those stores hiring at the West Acres Mall over on valleynewslive.com. High school cheerleaders tumbled their way to the top at the Indy CCA cheer competition. And while cheerleading injury rates are lower than any other high school sport, the accidents that do happen may be more severe, according to a recent study. If a cheerleader suffers an injury, tests are done for weeks, sometimes months, to make sure they are ready to come back. Injuries are more serious nowadays because of tougher tumbling and more difficult stunts.
That's why, coaching staff really needs to make sure that you're using perfection before progression, that you're really taking those steps to do things right before you advance the skill set.
Student athletes across the valley must be in tip-top shape and free of injuries before any school allows them to participate in any sport.